Hello and welcome to another video, another episode, or whatever you want to call it, of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, we are going to talk about what the heck happened in the market. Why are we always suffering because of these guys? But anyways, before we get started, how about we get some coffee? Alright, so before we get started, I want to say that I am not a financial advisor, so please do not take my words as advice. Don't forget to drop a like on this video as well as a subscribe, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. Okay, this is the channel, as you can see, obviously. Now, if we look at the S&P 500, it was amazing, wasn't it? Where like we kind of started off a little bit low in the morning, but then we went up, and we were up more than 0.61%, and then all of a sudden, a negative 2.02%. That's freaking wild. The Nasdaq as well, up more than 0.62%, and then it took a dump, 2.02%. The Dow, it was up as well, 0.45%, and then it took a dump, 2.02% again. What the hell? If we look at the heat map over here, look at this. Look at this. Let me refresh. Look at this. Look at this. That's freaking wild, man. And you know why? You know why? Because of simple, tiny little fingers tweeting. Nancy Pelosi is asking for $2.4 trillion to bail out poorly run, high crime Democrat states. Money that is in no way related to COVID-19. We made a very generous offer of $1.6 trillion, and as usual, she is not negotiated in good faith. I am rejecting then it goes on. I am rejecting their request and looking for a future of our country. I have instructed my representatives to stop negotiating until after the election, when immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that focuses on hard-working Americans and small businesses. I have asked Senator Mitch McConnell not to delay, but instead focus full-time on approving my outstanding nominee to the United States Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett. Our economy is doing very well. The stock market is at a record level. Jobs and unemployment also coming back in the new records. We're leading the world economic recovery, and the best is yet to come. Oh my god, it's freaking ridiculous. It's honestly freaking ridiculous. Like, I understand this guy, is a businessman, and he does everything to the best interest of the business people. Honestly, I didn't like when he said poor run, high crime Democrat states. It's like, I don't think you should withhold money that would help anyone in general, no matter if they're in Democrat states or Republican states. Everyone is an American, and if they deserve to be bailed out as an American because thousands and thousands of people are dying, you shouldn't just judge them based on which color their state is. Anyways, but that is why a lot of our stocks went down, right? Obviously, I don't know about you guys, but I lost a lot of money in the market today, and it's because the corona stimulus was stopped by the president of the United States, Donald Trump. He calls it off, and he's only going to talk after the election has happened on November 3rd. That means all of October, we are screwed. We've been waiting for another stimulus for a while now, 3-4 months, I think, or 3 months. And it hasn't come. I know they were in negotiations, but still, they're not letting this go through, right? So Donald Trump obviously publicly turned down the Democratic stimulus offer, or the updated 2.2 trillion Heroes Act that passed the House last week, sending stocks plunging on Tuesday afternoon. And yes, this might be a negotiating strategy that Donald Trump is doing, but honestly, it's not helping anyone. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump himself lost a lot of money in the stock market, even though he's not supposed to be making money. But probably his companies are losing a lot, right? So Today, once again, President Trump showed his true colors. This is Nancy Pelosi saying, right? So today, once again, President Trump showed his true colors, putting himself first at the expense of the country with the full complicity of the GOP members of the Congress. Pelosi said in a statement, walking away from this corona talk demonstrates that the President Trump is unwilling to crush the virus. So they're going back and forth. There was a moment where we were in a very green state, and then all of a sudden, simple tweets like this by the president create such a volatile state in the market that it makes everything crash so fast and so quickly. Now, another thing that happened this morning, obviously, the Fed had a little conversation today. Powell warns of weak recovery if policymakers provide too little COVID-19 relief, right? So this ties in with the stimulus that Donald Trump rejected. So the Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell said Tuesday that policymakers should not be afraid to offer more support to the economy, warning that too little help from Congress and the Fed risks a slower recovery from the COVID-19 crisis. The risk of overdoing it seem for now to be smaller, right? So small risk, Powell said in prepared remarks. Even if policy actions ultimately prove to be greater than needed, they will not go to waste. So he is still saying, bail people out. Powell emphasized that the recovery should be stronger if monetary policy and fiscal policy continue to work side by side. Why can't people work side by side? Honestly, that's the real question. But with interest rates already at near zero, the central bank had made it clear in recent months that Congress and the White House are better suited to address the needs of the economy at the moment. So nearly every member of monetary policy setting Federal Open Market Committee is on the record as saying that more policy support is needed from Capitol Hill. So that is very interesting to understand. And we already know that a lot of the money that would come in will bail out large businesses because that's just the way it is, right? So you bail out a lot of big businesses, which isn't good for small people, small businesses, but that will create a more stable economy later on. Like, say for example, one of the finance sectors that got hit really hard with this. Obviously, everything got hit really hard, but one of the sectors that got really hit hard was the airline sectors. And we understand that they've been taking a huge hit lately, more than others, and it's been like really imperative that they need that bailout for them. So based on that tweet that Donald Trump did, Southwest closed down 2.4%, Delta closed down 2.9%, United closed down 3.65%, and American closed down 4.5%. Airline stocks have been hit particularly hard by this pandemic. They generally have weak composite and EPA's rating from IBD. So if you have airline stocks, do sell them and maybe buy lower. Or if you have a lot already in your portfolio, you should just be buying more right now because they're at a lower cost. So you could average cost your dollars unless you've sold before and you want to buy in now, which honestly, I think the airline and airlines will just obviously be going lower and lower in price. I don't think they're just gonna skyrocket anytime soon unless the president and everyone in Washington agree on something and they're gonna bail out the airlines, right? So there's another thing that is particularly interesting to me. The U.S. initial jobless claims. The latest release on October 1st was 5 days ago. The forecast was to be 850,000. 150,000 jobless people claims. The actual was 137,000, which was less. which was less than last month, which was 873,000 jobs. Now, lately, obviously, they started with back in March. There was 3 million jobless, and then there was 6 million jobless, and then since then it's just been going down. Thank goodness it's been going down, because this obviously secures everything, especially in the market. Now, I'm not gonna start pointing fingers at Donald Trump or whatever, that he says that he's created more jobs. Well, it's kind of weird because we got hit by the pandemic, so you didn't really create more jobs. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. The thing is, right now, as of October 1st, there is actually less jobless people than there was a month ago. So it's starting to have a positive trend for jobs. So that's actually a really good thing. And hopefully they could get their stuff straight over there in Washington, because this right here, this dip of 2.02% in a matter of an hour and 15 minutes, it's freaking crazy. Like, it dipped 1.5% in a matter of 10 minutes. Like, that's freaking wild, and it happened to every single stock, and it's freaking mind-blowing, right? If you have stocks, don't panic and don't sell like crazy. Be smart with your stock and be smart with your money. There's a lot of people that say, and I want to personally tell you as well, if the market is low like this, you should always have cash in your portfolio. Don't spend everything in there, so you're able to buy when something like this happens, when the market just drops dramatically. You're able to go in and buy that same stock, or buy stocks that you've been having in your watch list at a lower price. Everyone hopes for, oh, I wish that stock will drop, I wish that stock will drop. This is a perfect opportunity for you to jump in and buy whatever that is. Anyways, that was today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, as well as subscribe, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Coffee and Stocks.